Well, the home run watch continues for Barry Bonds. He's 0 for so far tonight. And back here at home, well, the Heisman watch continues for Colt Brennan. Russell Yamanoha here with, well, the hair-raising details, I guess, tonight, right?
That's right. It's the countdown to the 07 Warrior football season draws to a close. A lot is expected, not only of this year's Warrior football team, but also of quarterback Colt Brennan. Fall practices continue today on the UH campus, where for Colt Brennan, it's not about the hype, it's about the hair. Well, if you happen to be a college football player and a Heisman Trophy candidate, the pressure on you can be brutal. That's the case for Hawaii quarterback Colt Brennan, but he's got a way to lock out the pressure by donning dreadlocks.
This was just one of those opportunities where I could let everybody know that I'm not getting too caught up in the hype. I still got no problem humiliating myself, so my teammates wanted me to have fun, and I'd let them have fun with myself.
The dread look has been in vogue for football warriors the past couple of seasons. The dreads, just Colt's way of trying to be one of the guys.
What does everybody think about his hair, man? He's in that own little world of his right now. So
he's like a wannabe Rastafarian, you know, Bob Marley, and just laid back and island boy and all that in one. So it fit him to the T, man.
I got bullied into it by all my teammates. That's all I'm gonna say.
Which begs the question: how long will Colt stick with those dreads?
Not very long.
Actually, I like it. You know, I like the wild look, you know, as you can see. So I like it, but you know, we need to touch it up a little bit, and hopefully he keep it. I doubt it though. So
it hurts when I put my helmet on. You know, at first the enthusiasm was there from all the teammates, but now they're kind of used to it and over it. So it's about time to cut it off pretty soon.
The Warrior football season begins on September 1st. Of course, it's against Northern Colorado. We move on now to big wins on September 1st. Of course, it's against Northern Colorado. We move on.
It's just 26 days before the UH football team straps it up against Northern Colorado for its season opener. But things are getting more and more physical at practice. Today, the Warriors put on the shoulder pads for a little contact for its first afternoon session of training camp. And after getting a taste of the action, these guys, well, they're pretty pumped.
I mean, the animal comes out, you guys get a little bit more aggressive, right?
Oh, yeah. When the scout team came over, you know, it was like, man, kick these guys' butts. But, yeah, we got that little competitiveness. We put the pads on for the first day, so it was a good feeling.
It's like strapping up to go to war. I mean, every time you feel the pads on your shoulders and the helmet on your head, it's just a whole new feeling. You become a new person.
UH defensive coordinator Greg McMackin was a speaker at the Honolulu Quarterback Club today. Past couple of months have been a homecoming for McMackin. 58-year-old was June Jones' first defensive coordinator in 1999 when UH made the biggest turnaround in NCAA history. So, of course, he was asked how this year's defense measures up to his former Warriors.
In comparison, they have a winning attitude, which the other one didn't. We have way more depth than we had. We don't have to move people around. They are what they are.
He holds 20 NCAA records, including the career mark for most games with 400 yards or more of total offense. And he still has a full season to go. UH Warrior quarterback Colt Brennan gave Hawaii fans the thrill of a lifetime last year and an even greater level of excitement by turning down the NFL and hanging around Manoa for his senior campaign. But really, can it get any better?
Well, it's been a great ride, a great journey, you know, for him and for us. And he's really worked hard this offseason, and I expect him to be better. And that's what he's got to be.
You know, each year he gets better and better. So this year it should be crazy. So see a lot of good things from him and everybody else. You know, and I think once we all start rolling, about the next week in practice, it's gonna look like we left off.
No matter who we play, or everyone talks about our schedule and the opportunities we have. We got to go out and win 12 games, and we got to beat some good football teams. And we got a lot of work ahead of us, and a young team to kind of bring everyone together and kind of create a threat. So we got a lot of work this summer, and there's no doubt about that.
After a day off yesterday, Warriors got back to practice this afternoon and are scheduled to begin two-a-days Friday.
Ball. The focus for the Warriors' new 4-3 defense this year is speed, and the front men are ready to move. Coach June Jones challenged his big men to get leaner and meaner this offseason. Michael Lafaele says he lost 30 pounds by staying away from carbs like rice, bread, and pasta. A group of them also ran every morning to shed the weight.
Like, I don't feel like a D lineman anymore. I kind of feel like a linebacker. Like, I get to move around. I'm doing a lot more agile stuff that I couldn't do when I was like 340 pounds.
Going 3 plays and out and whatnot. Last year was like a big struggle just trying to get to the ball. But this year, running to the ball, man, just getting there is just like, man, you know what? I can go again. So it's a good feeling.
And don't forget to join us for the June Jones Show. The season kickoff show airs first on August 31st at 9.
Barry Bonds. No doubt the UH Warrior football team has lost some key players in key positions, but fall camp is the time to prepare new game breakers and fit them into those spots. John Veneri reports that the defensive line that lost 2 players to the NFL in Ikaika Alama Francis and Mel Purcell have worked hard. Oh boy, have they worked hard to make sure they don't lose a step.
Sometimes players take it upon themselves to make sure they can't be overlooked. And when you look at the Warriors' defensive line, you can't help but notice they've made some changes.
How much weight did you lose coming into fall camp?
Spring ball was about 335, and the summer camp I weighed in at 295. It's about 40 pounds.
And Mike Lafayette lost 30, an off-season workout and diet change that they were disciplined enough to take seriously.
We couldn't go to McDonald's, couldn't go to Jack in the Box. We had to go Subway, or if we went to a lunch place, we had to just order a salad, tossed salad with the meat. So, we couldn't eat any carbs and all that. But man, it was tough. But it's nice to know that, all the guys, jumped on the wagon. So, we was pushing each other, not to do this, not to do that. So, it was more of a team thing.
Part of the motivation in dropping the weight was Greg McMackin's plans to drop the 3-4 and reestablish the 4-3 defense. So the players got fit in an effort to fit in.
In the 3-4, that was the case, to gain weight and be solid on the line. But for this defense, you got to be a lot quicker, a lot faster. So, we took it upon ourselves to lose that weight.
We got a lot of D linemen on our team right now who are 4-3 D linemen and nothing else. Like a lot of them didn't fit into the 3-4 scheme at all. Like Mike was the most dominant D tackle, and that's the only guy who got playing time. But we got a lot of 4-3 tackles this year, and we're going to make a big impact.
And in the game of football, particularly in the trenches, it's all about impact. And on the snap of a ball, an advantage is either gained or lost. And these guys say that their ability to drop the pounds won't hurt their ability to deliver a pounding.
Every time you lose weight, you always lose that edge that you have, like you're overweight over the other opponent. But when we were losing weight this summer, we were also like trying to build our strength, and all our bench presses went up, our squats went up. So I think it was a good weight loss and muscle gain.
John Veneri, KH12 Sports.